So this video idea came about just really randomly one night. I was in the shower and I was like using some products that I don't talk about a lot on this channel, and I'm like, why don't I talk about these products more because I use them? And then I realized like there is this whole community out there. You guys are in it too, I'm in it, and we're always talking about the same brands, the same products. And I feel like because a lot of companies and their marketing team is doing such a good job that we just end up following the trends and we just buy the products that people tell us are great. I'm guilty of being the person who pushes a lot of these brands because yes, these brands and their products are really good, but they're also so hyped to a point where it's like, you don't really need me to tell you that these are great. Like, other people are telling you that it's great as well. So I was like, why don't I make a video where I talk about all the underrated products that I've ever tried and just put them all in a video. So here we are. If this sounds like your thing, keep watching. Hi, hello, 안녕, RAY입니다. 반갑습니다. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Ray, and if you don't know who I am, that's okay because you can find out more about me here on all social media platforms. My skin type is oily, sensitive, dehydrated, reactive, and sometimes it could be combination. So I don't know why my battery is already dying. Like, I literally charged it right before filming. Do we need a new battery? Anyways, that just tells me that I gotta wrap this up real quick. There are over 5,000 K-beauty brands right now as we speak, just brands alone. And let's say each brand produces about 10 products each. That gives us 50,000 products. And this is only for South Korea. Can you imagine how many brands and products we have on a global scale? This is why I always say that the beauty industry will never sink. Anyways, I kept thinking about the brands and products that I've tried and loved. And I noticed how nowadays, all I see in our community, and especially on social media, that the same brands and products keep being recycled on our screens. It's always CosRx this, Beauty Joseon that, Skin 1004 that, Pyunkang Yul that, Numbuzin, Skin Food, Innisfree. Like, I get it. These are brands I also really love. Okay, side note, I feel like I'm developing redness here. I'm feeling an itch here. I think it's like the pollens or whatever. Springtime is terrible for my skin. And I have something over here as well. Welcome our new friend. Tell them to subscribe. Where were we? Oh, all right, okay. Look, I get it. These are big names, big brands, and they have really strong marketing teams. But for today's video, I really wanted to shine a light, okay, on some of the most underrated skincare products that I've come across over the past 2-3 years. Basically, if I haven't seen them on the mainstream or being heavily pushed by social media or by these skincare brands marketing team, then I'm gonna put it in this video. On this channel, we review Asian skincare products so that you can shop with confidence. Everything I say in this video comes from my personal experience. I am not trying to persuade you to buy anything. I'm just telling you what I feel about these products, because forcing people to buy skincare products kind of goes against, literally it does, it goes against my personal values and this channel's mission. If you have any serious skin concerns, please consult your trusted dermatologist or esthetician. Okay, with that being said, let's get right to it. Let's go. 우리 가자. Oh, 진짜 어떡해. It's getting redder here. What do I do? Okay, just ignore it. Just ignore it. You guys aren't seeing anything right now. So the moment I knew I wanted to sit down and make this video one day, I was like, I have to bring up this product because I feel like, yes, it is a popular brand, but it's one of those products that gets overshadowed by a lot of their other good products. And of course, I'm talking about Goodal's Apricot Collagen Cream. I tried and used this product about a year ago, and I'll link my review in the description box. I remember loving this product so much because it was nourishing and very moisturizing, two literally like the only things I look for in a moisturizer. But like I said, I feel like this cream is constantly living in the shadows of Goodal's Vita C Dark Spot line. That line, it's literally Goodal's bread and butter, and I feel like because of that, people know Goodal just for that line, but people don't realize that they have other really good products too and other really good collections and ranges. I personally barely hear anyone talk about this line, let alone this product. Shout out to my girls, Brave Girls. I'm so happy for them. Yes, sign with Warner Music Korea, leave Brave Brothers, and become your own group. Anyways, I brought them up because they were kind of like the brand ambassador of Goodal, specifically for the collagen or apricot collagen line. But even with Brave Girls partnership, I feel like this line did not get a lot of attention. This cream is rich and super buttery. It's perfect for combination skin types and oily skin types as well, I want to say, because it has a fine balance between occlusive ingredients without that suffocating feeling. So the next brand is already super popular. They currently have a very successful range of age reversing serums, I think that's what they call them. And they recently launched 2 new sunscreens that I already love and are now my favorite sunscreens. But they have a line that I feel like is constantly being neglected, and I am talking about Jumiso's Snail X line. I was actually sent their Snail X line by South Korean a while ago. I think it was about a year ago. I tried them and I really liked them, but that was also around the same time when CosRx was heavily pushing their snail mucin essence, so the entire skincare community just forgot about Jumiso's snail line. I get it. CosRx's Snail Mucin 96 Essence is everybody's holy grail. I love that product too, but I feel like Jumiso's Snail X line is a great alternative option. It has a very similar texture to CosRx's Essence, and the packaging is gorgeous. There's no fragrance and there's no harsh ingredients in the Snail X line. And I want to be more specific, I'm talking about their Snail X Essence. It's really sad to me to see a great product and a really good line go to waste and get tossed aside like that. Because usually brands would develop more products for a line if they notice like a certain trend happening to that line. So usually a brand will launch 2 to 3 products, or maybe less, like 1 or 2 products for that line, and then see how it goes. If it does become popular, then they're going to start launching more products within that same range. That's basically how capitalism works. And it could be wrong, but I feel like Jumiso's Snail X line has not received a new product in over a year since its launch. Currently, this line only has, I believe, the essence and their moisturizer, not even a cleanser. I feel like I don't talk about hand creams a lot on this channel, and I feel like I should because I'm at an age where I find myself using hand creams a lot more recently. I have this weird dry spot here that's been festering and just deteriorating, so I've been using a lot of hand creams and just a bunch of different moisturizers to try to heal this wound. And then I noticed like yesterday that I'm developing another spot here, and I feel like it could be just the dry weather, the changing of the seasons, or something else. But yeah, I've been grabbing a lot of hand creams and using them a lot lately. But there is one hand cream I cannot, let me emphasize this, okay? I cannot live without. And what's funny is I randomly picked this hand cream up on Amazon one day because I was like, I need a cheap and a very travel friendly hand cream because I needed to be in my book bag and so I can walk around and go places with it. So I found this about 2 years ago, and this one is MD's Picks Barista Hand Cream. Honestly, I picked this up because it says fragrance free and super hydrating, literally the 2 things I need. I am very picky with hand creams, even more than like a moisturizer on my face. I cannot stand hand creams that are sticky or slimy because I feel like hand creams for me can be very annoying if it is sticky, especially if I'm working. If I'm writing something, if I'm typing, I can't have things feel icky, you know? It's just, ugh, no thank you. This hand cream has a gel texture and it leaves no residue on your skin. And I was shocked, okay? I was really shocked when I found out that no one in Korea knows about this hand cream. It's a Korean brand. I double checked. At first I was like, maybe it's not a Korean brand, and I was like mistaken. But I double checked, it's a Korean brand. I asked the marketing team at Style Korean to see if they would pick up this brand, and they were like, we've never heard of it. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, how can you not know about this brand? Like, it is so good. Like, I think they only have hand creams. I think they only make hand creams. But honestly, I don't mind gatekeeping this brand because it's not cheap. One of this, I think this is what, 50 grams of this? I think this can run you about like $10. It used to be it used to be $5 on Amazon, and then I checked again last night. It was $11, and then I checked the pump bottle, like the large like desktop or like at home use kind of version. I think that was like $28. So I don't mind gatekeeping this because if more people find out about it, I feel like this company would bump up the price even more. You know what? Forget I mentioned this product. Pretend like you heard nothing. I have said this before and I will say it again. Stop sleeping on Be The Skin's Aloe Rice Vegan Sun Cream. This is an affordable sunscreen with a beautiful formula. It's that sunscreen with that greenish tint to balance out the redness on your skin. And I know you guys have heard me talk about this sunscreen multiple times on the channel, and I feel like I'm the only one who's talking about it. It's called a tone up sunscreen, I think. The packaging says tone up somewhere, and I disagree. There's no white cast. Like, we win, guys, okay? They call it a tone up, and yet it's not giving white cast. Like, we won. There's also no fragrance, so just checks off all the boxes, okay? It's checking off all the boxes. I feel like a lot of people hype up Benton's Air Fit Defense UV something, the green sunscreen, but that one costs about $22, whereas this Be The Skin's sun cream costs half the price. And I think you can actually get it for $6. I think I've seen it at $6 at one point on Style Korean. Plus, I prefer the sun cream over Benton's sunscreen because I feel like Benton's sunscreen is a little bit thicker for my taste. This sunscreen is more of a creamy liquid. Bottom line, stop sleeping on the sunscreen. I'm not sure if this is a new product by Benton, but it's definitely something I think more people should know about. I feel like Benton and I never really click because I just don't find their products interesting or exciting. But sometimes non-exciting products are better. Sometimes you just need the basic stuff. Their Ceramide cream is the most basic moisturizer ever, and I love it. Remember when I was devastated when a Pew stopped making their 18 Moist cream or whatever it's called? It's like 18 cream or something, but it's just so good. This is the first moisturizer that I've recently come across that actually feels like a Pew's 18 moisturizer. I love it so much. It is super moisturizing and nourishing. Perfect for all skin types. Even oily skin types would appreciate this cream because it's not too thick and it's not too heavy. It's very wearable and breathable. Oh, and it costs about $20 for 80 milliliters, which is rare in K-beauty right now. I feel like the average price for a moisturizer is about $30 and you only get 50 milliliters. So this to me is kind of a bargain. I would like to think that Mixsoon is a pretty popular brand. At least nowadays I'm seeing more of Mixsoon on my social feeds, but there is a Mixsoon product that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about, and I feel like people should talk about it, and it is their Centella sun cream. This sunscreen has full sun protection, and it has one of the most gorgeous textures I've ever experienced through using sunscreen. It also has a very faint green tint, just like Be The Skin's, but is not as obvious in daylight. And of course, like I said, the green does help balance the redness on our skin. What I love most about the sunscreen is that it feels so nice on my skin. It is like velvet, and honestly, I can just go on about this sunscreen for days. Definitely go check out this sunscreen if you've not tried it before and if you're in the market for a new sunscreen. Last one, Thank You Farmer. I can't tell if this brand is just not popular enough because I feel like I don't see a lot of influencers or social media / content creators talk about them or even like mention them. I'm definitely not seeing any skincare news cover them at all. And even my review of Thank You Farmer's 2 stick balms did pretty poorly because I feel like no one really searched for Thank You Farmer. No one's actively going out of their way to be like, let me look up Thank You Farmer and see what they're about. That's usually how I gauge whether or not a brand is popular or not popular, is just seeing how people engage with my personal content. And of course, when I look at other YouTubers and see how many people are actively trying to find out more information about the brands. This is a solid skincare brand in Korea. I love how they formulate their products. Everything they produce feels so high-end. But packaging wise, I think they can do better. Their brand identity is a bit outdated. I feel like they're still stuck in like the 2015, 2016 era of K-beauty. But everything else about this brand is just awesome. I love Thank You Farmer. There are 2 stick balms that I've tried, which is the what's it called? Aqua Rich Multi Balm, and then the Miracle Age Melloring Dual Balm. Oh my gosh, they should also revisit their titles and naming of their products. These two stick balms are so much more affordable than the popular Kahi stick balm. I think Kahi calls them multi-balms, I think Kahi started, okay? Kahi, the brand, started the whole multi-stick balm trend, but they're so marked up, like they're so expensive, and I'm just like, I need to try them for myself because there's no way I'm paying like $35 or like $40 for a stick balm. These stick balms are like chapstick, things we already have, but they just bumped up the size and they made it more accessible for our face. So to me, it's like, why would I pay $40 for a stick balm when I can pay $18 maybe for something that Thank You Farmer made? Anyways, the whole political part of skincare and marketing aside, Thank You Farmer's stick balms, they are super nourishing and they're great for combination and even oily skin, and especially dry skin types. And I feel like the world needs to know about Thank You Farmer. That is all for this video. I see that our little red friend is still here on my forehead. Subscribe. I hope that through this video you were able to discover some brands or even products that you've never heard of before. Are there any brands or products that you feel like are currently very underrated? If so, let me know in the comments. I'll also leave all the product links of the products that I mentioned here today in the description box below for you guys to check out. Links are affiliated. You are in no obligation needed to shop through these links, but if you happen to, it would really help out this channel and keep the channel going, so thank you in advance. You can also help this channel keep going and grow by subscribing and sharing this video with your friends. Tell them it's free. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, be safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, be gentle with yourself. I mean it. 안녕. Come back for more. 주세요.